more sequence work. Example, find the first 4 terms and 8th term for the recursively defined sequence. Recursive means that the nth term of our sequence is defined using previous terms. Here we have the first term, -3, the second term, 2, and then the next term is the one right before it plus the one before that one. So if we wanted to find the third term, we would take the second term plus the first term, which would be 2 plus -3, that would be -1. And it says for n greater than or equal to 3. Here's an example. Given the following arithmetic sequence, find the common difference. So if we took 1 minus -2, it's always the next one minus the previous one to get the common difference. That's 3. 4 minus 1 is 3, 7 minus 4 is 3, so the common difference is 3. Let's find the 8th term recursively. We got -2, 1, 4, 7, keep adding 3. 10, 13, 16, 19. Is that the 8th term? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the 8th term right there, 19. A recursive rule for the nth term would be a sub n equals a sub n minus 1 and then plus 3. So you want the third one, take the second one and add 3. But we have to know where to start. A sub 1 equals -2. Just adding 3 is not going to get this sequence. But if I tell you what I start with and then add 3, then we can find this exact one. An explicit rule for the nth term. Well, a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d, because this is an arithmetic sequence. So there's the explicit rule for arithmetic sequence. So a sub n equals the first term plus n minus 1 times the common difference, which is 3. Now, a multiple choice answer might distribute, like I've said before. So we have 3n minus 3. So 3n minus 5 is the explicit rule for a sub n. Now let's see if that works for the 8th term, a sub 8. Because we did that earlier and we found out it's 19. So we have 3 times 8 minus 5, which is 24 minus 5, which is 15, which is 19, which matches the 8th term that we found before. Given the following geometric sequence, -3, 9, -27, 81, I want to find the common ratio. Well, that's 9 divided by -3, which is -3. 9 divided by -3, that's -3. -27 divided by 9, that's -3. All of these should be -3 when you divide. The 9th term, -3, 9, -27, 81. That's the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. We're going to have to add 9 several times. Let's grab calculator for this. I don't really want to keep multiplying by 9 without a calculator. Let's clear this. Quit. 81 times -3. Yeah, well, that's -243. I know that one. -243. And then times -3. That's 729. 729. We got a couple more to do here. Times -3 times -3 times -3. So 1, 2. This should do it right here. -19,683. A recursive rule for the nth term. So a sub n equals a sub n minus 1 and then times -3. But we have to tell where we start. A sub 1 equals -3. An explicit rule for the nth term. Since this is geometric, we have a sub n equals a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. In our case, a sub 1 is -3, and we are also multiplying by -3. So -3 to the n minus 1. Now this is -3 to the 1 times -3 to the n minus 1. Well, that's equal to, when you multiply, you can add the powers. So we have -3 to the 1 plus n minus 1. So this is really just -3 to the nth power. That one we can actually simplify. Let's try it for the 9th term. So we have negative 3 to the 9th. Let's see what that is. It should be that negative 19,000. Let's try it. Negative 3 raised to the 9th. And there we have it, negative 19,683, just like we got before. A sub n for geometric sequence is a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. So we can write a sub 2 equals a sub 1 times r to the 2 minus 1. But we know what a sub 2 is. It's negative 1/2. We don't know what a sub 1 is yet, and we know that it's just going to be times r for if a sub 2 is negative 1/2. That'll be a 1. A sub, 7 equals a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1, and we know that this is 7. So a sub 7 is 16, a sub 1, r to the 6th. If we take this equation, let's do it this way. If we take this equation divided by this equation, we get 16 divided by negative 1/2. That is actually 32. If we take a sub 1 divided by a sub 1, that those cancel out, so we can cancel those out. And r sub 6 divided by r is r to the 5th. So we can take the 5th root of both sides, and we find out that r is 2. The 5th root of 32 is 2. Now we have a sub n equals a sub 1 times 2 to the n minus 1. So we're multiplying each of them by 2. So if I have the second term and I want the first term, I just have to divide. So I need negative 1/2 divided by 2. And old school arithmetic, negative 1/2 times 1/2. So negative 1/4 is a sub 1. So we've found a sub 1. That is negative 1/4. What does it want? The common ratio. We found that. The common ratio is 2. And the explicit rule for the nth term. Did I write that down? Let's see. I didn't. So a sub n equals a sub 1, negative 1/4 times 2 to the n minus 1.